this is the most complex issue, in my opinion, that the legislature looked at during the 60 days. Because, number one, you cannot zone these homes.
That's correct.
The federal law, the Fair Housing Act, Americans with Disabilities Act, you have this layering of federal laws that we're treading with just one toe into. And I mean, tell me who you're trying to protect here, because we can't make these people apply for certification. Nobody can make them, these recovery homes, do a damn thing. Can't stop them. You can't regulate them. You can't slow them down. The only thing you can do is say to them, if you want to potentially qualify for any money from the state or federal government, we need to certify your facility so you don't have 18 people sleeping in the attic and they're all going to burn up and die. So, and that you have health standards that are, other health standards that are enforced. But I mean, I've been there where you are. This is going to kill your public comment, and you're suggesting they can stop certification because what? The neighbors don't want it there?
It's going to depend on the certifying entity, how they take those public comments into consideration. So if it's just somebody who's upset because of having it in their neighborhood, they're a business versus a residential facility, if that's the case.
I don't want any in my community. Well, I want zero. I want them all moved to Charleston. Like they sent the homeless people and the needle people to Huntington. I don't want them, but we're going to have them.
If you're the certifying entity, the weight of the comments you bring should come into consideration. Now, is it that you don't want them, or is that your kids stubbed their toe on a needle in the playground?
Well, they're going to be there, and they're going to be there in everybody's district, and this is going to stop the one shot we have, no disrespect, at creating a voluntary certification. A lot of smart people have worked together to bring it right here, and I know you're well-intentioned. I don't want any in my community. I'm hard when it comes to that. I don't want them down the street, from my cousin's house. I don't want them down the street from me because they're just wide open. It's the Old West, but the federal law has tied our hands. You know that.
Well, I just reminded Senator, with all due respect, we're recognized for questions. If you'd like to speak to the amendment,
I'll speak to the amendment. Thank you. I didn't mean to ramble there. Thank you, Senator.
Yeah,
I speak against this, and his amendment's well-intentioned, but you're going to tie strings to this. It's going to be challenged in court. These people are, I've got a client, Mr. President. He's knocking down 100 a week from 9 people in a house. 900 a week. Do the math. Totally unregulated. He's going to probably fire me when he finds out that I'm speaking in favor of you. He would like the amendment because somebody just can't wait. There are law firms over in D.C. that can't wait to challenge this law because they think we're trying to, we're advancing efforts against recovery. And we're trying to discriminate against recovery, and we're in the dark ages. So I would just say, with all due respect, I think this is a great bill. A lot of smart people have worked on it, including the senator that's unfortunately not with us today, senator from the Wheeling area. Is he from Marshall County? He's not here. He could have said in my 15 minutes, he could have done all this in about 30 seconds. So I wish he was here to help me, but I respectfully urge that we reject the amendment.